features in this house could fill up 10 pages. 6-car garage, the movie theater, the guest tower.
Everything that you see in this house is authentic. There's nothing faux or fake in here.
In terms of the money put into the house, would it be safe to say it's well north of 20 million?
Yeah, that's very close number.
So the 12,000 square foot house we're sitting in today is clearly different than the 5,000 square foot house back in 2001. Can you speak to the evolution of additions and changes over the last 2 decades?
So we started with the garage, increased the 2-bay to a 4-bay, tore it completely down. Then next we went to the kitchen, enlarged it, because I needed a much bigger kitchen for entertaining, which we did a lot of through the years.
And in terms of entertaining, obviously having 12,000 square feet under air, plenty of balcony space, you can have plenty of guests here for parties. Were there any massive parties that stand out in your...
Sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Lots of friends, up to 75 at a time. And they all stayed in the kitchen and the family room back there.
For 75 guests, did you cook for them?
Yes.
And that's when the kitchen came in handy?
Yes.
And she is a good cook. She's a great cook.
Is the kitchen your favorite room in the house, or would it be the movie theater, the master wing, the exercise room? Do you have a favorite?
Theater room.
Theater room for you?
Yeah.
So the detail in this house is one thing that separates it from several other Quail West homes and other homes in Southwest Florida. I guess what was the inspiration for some of the things like the millwork in the guest tower, the 2 elevators, some of the finer details? Was it from trips going around the world? Did Tony help out with some suggestions? Whose idea was, some of the finer details of the home?
I came up with suggestions and said, is this possible? And I would show him pictures. I had a lot of dreams that would show me what I wanted. And then I would search till I found something that looked for it. But we did travel around the world, and that was a great inspiration, different places that we went to. I love the old world look, and we toured castles all over the world, and that was the major inspiration. And then we went to the Biltmore in North Carolina, the largest house in America, beautiful castle. And we took the builder, Tony, with us and said, do this in the tower. When we did the bedroom, we did the exercise room and the tower. And that's when I wanted 2 separate bathrooms, his and hers.
And that was your idea?
That was mine.
Like, did you have input into having a separate bathroom or a separate closet?
I said yes a lot because it was her idea and I wanted it to be her idea. I'm good at what I do, but I'm not good at what she's done. And she gets the credit for all of these add-ons. Now, some of them I really love, particularly because like the theater room, but everything she did.
In terms of challenges, was it harder to design or conceptualize some of the ideas or actually implement them with Tony, putting in the staircase, the addition, 6-car garage? Was there one that stood out as either being way more costly in the end or time constrained?
Everything was very costly, more than I expected. He was good with it though. He didn't care.
Good man.
We were able to do what we did, and I loved everything she chose to do. And some of it she wanted my opinion on, and I would give it, and she would change things a little bit to fit what I wanted as well. But she's the key person in terms of what we have done.
And in terms of all the additions, was there one that was significantly more expensive than another one, or?
Probably the theater.
It'd probably be the theater, including all the accoutrements that go with the theater. We wanted the best, direction for everything in the theater and what the mechanics were involved in. And we got the best we could find, and we even traveled around the country to pick some of those things.
So, obviously you have 2 elevators here, one of them being for the private guest tower. Did it get a lot of use from family and friends over the years in Quail West?
Family uses it all the time. Friends that come into town, they love to stay in it.
Is that the favorite guest bedroom in the house?
Yes.
One, it's the biggest, and you have the best view from that house down the par 3
Yes.
into the flowers.
It was incredible back then. It's still incredible today. Yes.
And of course, the inspiration for the tower was from the Biltmore here in North Carolina.
In terms of the money put into the house, would it be safe to say it's well north of 20 million?
Yeah. That's a very close number.
Yeah.
Very close. It surprised us when we got to the point we're at and look back on that, how much it was. But we love it.
So the features in this house could fill up 10 pages.
Yeah.
You mentioned the 35 kilowatt generator, whole house.
83
83.
or 85. Yeah, it has it on it when you go out there. It's an industrial grade generator. It can handle whatever comes by. I mean, hurricanes, everything else. It has been no problem dealing with that on its own.
We also added the automated shutters, hurricane shutters.
Oh, yes.
I mean, 4 or 5 major hurricanes
Yes.
since you've been here, between Irma, 8.
I think there were 8 or 9.
And we've been well protected.
What's been the worst damage?
Trees.
Landscaping or screens?
Landscaping.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, the damage to the house was almost non-existent. There's a few tiles on the roof, and that was virtually what you
That
could
was it,
possibly
yeah.
get.
So the ceiling in the bedroom, the painting, those details, was that an inspiration from one of your travels or
Yes.
Tony's idea?
No, it was mine. I love beautiful things, and I love the color of gold. And I just found different ceilings, searched for them, and he had an artist that came in, 2 women, and did it. And I was amazed as they moved along and did it, how beautiful it was.
How long did it take them?
Several weeks.
Some people take several weeks to remodel a bedroom. Some people take several weeks to paint the top of a ceiling. So thanks again for taking the time to answer questions about your house. Really appreciate you, telling a little more about the story of all the way from 2001 to 2024, the evolution of the house. So thank you.
You're
Thank you as
welcome.
well.